Breaking Coco Gauff honors Venus Williams. Emotional surprise leads to an inspiring response. It was supposed to be a quiet evening, a celebration of tennis history at Charity Gala in Palm Springs. But when Coco Gauff took the stage, the world witnessed something far deeper than a routine tribute. What unfolded was an emotional, heartfelt moment that bridged generations as Gauff, the reigning U.S. Open champion, paid an unexpected tribute to her childhood idol, Venus Williams, in front of an audience that could barely hold back tears. What began as a surprise speech turned into one of the most powerful cross-generational exchanges in sports history, a moment of humility, gratitude, and inspiration that reminded the world why tennis isn't just a game, but a legacy of courage. The setting, a night to remember. The annual Legends of the Court Charity Gala had brought together some of tennis's most iconic names: Serena Williams, Billie Jean King, Martina Navratilova, and a host of young stars, including Coco Gauff. The theme of the night: Bridging Eras, Building Futures. Venus Williams, the trailblazer who redefined women's tennis with her power, grace, and advocacy for equal pay, was seated at the front table, unaware of what was coming. Halfway through the evening, the lights dimmed. A montage began to play, old clips of Venus dominating Wimbledon's grass, walking onto center court with quiet confidence, and fighting for equality with the same strength she showed in every serve. Then, as the video faded to black, a familiar voice came through the speakers. "I wouldn't be standing here, or anywhere near the top, if it weren't for her." The crowd turned toward the stage. It was Coco Gauff, stepping into the spotlight in a simple white dress, holding a microphone, her eyes glistening with emotion. The tribute, from fan to fellow champion. For the next 10 minutes, Gauff spoke, not as a celebrity, not as a champion, but as a young woman whose dreams were shaped by the courage of the one who came before her. "When I was 8 years old," Gauff began, her voice steady but emotional, "I watched a woman who looked like me walk into Wimbledon with her head held high, not because the world gave her a path, but because she made one. That woman was Venus Williams." The audience leaned in as Coco's voice trembled slightly. "That moment changed me forever. I remember thinking, if she can do it, maybe I can too. Every match I've ever played, every doubt I've faced, every time I've been told I wasn't ready, I carried her strength with me." The room was silent, except for the faint sound of cameras clicking and the occasional sniffle. Serena Williams was seen dabbing her eyes. Billie Jean King nodded proudly. "Venus didn't just inspire me to play tennis," Gauff continued. "She taught me that greatness isn't about trophies. It's about impact. It's about how you make others believe they can stand taller." Then Coco smiled through tears and said, "So tonight, Venus, I just want to say thank you. Not for your forehand, not for your titles, but for your fearlessness. You opened doors I didn't even know existed. The surprise, a personal gift." At that moment, 2 assistants wheeled a small, glass-covered case onto the stage. Inside it was a framed piece of art, a collage of Coco's handwritten notes from her early teenage years. One note read, "One day, I'll play on center court like Venus." Another, "I want to serve like her. I want to move like her. I want to inspire like her." The audience gasped when Coco revealed that these notes were taken from her personal journals, the ones she had written before she became a global name. "I found these last month," she said, "and I realize I've already achieved the dream I wrote about. Not because of my success, but because I get to tell you this. Venus, your legacy didn't end with your era. It lives on in ours." She stepped down from the podium, carrying the framed piece herself. The audience stood in applause as she walked it over to Venus. The emotional response, Venus Williams in tears. Venus rose slowly, visibly moved. For a few seconds, the 2 women simply embraced. No words, just shared emotion. Cameras flashed, but even the journalists stayed silent. When Venus finally spoke, her voice cracked with sincerity. "Coco, you don't know what this means to me," she began. "When I started out, people told me there wasn't room for girls like me in this sport. They said the stage was too small, the expectations too big. But seeing you, seeing how you carry yourself, that's proof that we were never too much. The world was just not ready yet." The audience erupted in applause. I see myself in you, Venus continued. But more than that, I see the future. You've already gone further than I dreamed for myself. And that's what every generation should do. Take the torch and make the flame brighter. By this point, Coco was in tears, her hand covering her mouth as Venus reached for her hand. You're not the next me, Venus said softly. You're the first you, and that's the highest compliment I can give. An intergenerational moment of power. What made the moment so profound wasn't just the emotion, it was the symbolism. 20 years earlier, Venus Williams had changed tennis forever, demanding equal prize money at Wimbledon and inspiring millions with her grace under pressure. Now, 2 decades later, she stood face to face with a woman who had inherited that legacy, not through imitation, but through evolution. Sports analyst David Law tweeted live from the event. Venus and Coco, 2 eras meeting like reflection and light. It wasn't just a tribute. It was a handoff between greatness and growth. Even tennis legend Serena Williams posted on Instagram later that night. I've seen many emotional moments in tennis, but this one broke me. Venus deserves every flower, and Coco, she gave him in the most beautiful way. The message that went viral. After the event, Coco posted a short video of the moment on social media with a caption that immediately went viral. You showed me that strength can be quiet, that class can be power, that I belong because you did first. Thank you, Venus. Dizzy Red Heart, hashtag for the dreamers. Within hours, the post was shared by celebrities. The legacy continues. In the weeks that followed, Coco Gauff's tribute became more than an event. It became a story about lineage, resilience, and gratitude. Venus Williams, now 45, continues to play select tournaments, but more importantly, she continues to mentor younger players, including Coco, who calls her a walking masterclass in grace. As for Gauff, she went back to training the next morning, but with renewed energy. That night reminded me why I started, she said, because of Venus and because of what she showed the world about possibility. The eternal bond between 2 icons. The emotional tribute between Coco and Venus transcended sport. It was a reminder that greatness isn't measured by how many trophies you lift, but by how many people you lift with you. In honoring Venus Williams, Coco Gauff didn't just celebrate the past. She illuminated the future. And in that brief, unforgettable moment on stage, with tears, laughter, and unspoken respect, the torch of tennis legacy burned brighter than ever because one woman dreamed, and another dared to keep that dream alive. And together, they showed the world that legacy isn't about who came first. It's about who keeps going. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.